Hi, and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson. Thank you so much. This is episode number 171. Now, I'm in a business group and a question came up, and I thought, that would be fun to answer here on the podcast. And the question was, if you could start all over with your business, what would you do differently? When I initially saw this question, I thought, I probably wouldn't do anything differently. And I was looking at other people's responses and different things that they were saying. And, some people were like, I start sooner, a different name, all, different things like that. However, today I figured out what I would do differently. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. The one thing that I would do differently, actually, two things now that I think about it, now that I'm here talking to you, two things that I would do differently. The first thing I would do differently is I would save a larger percentage of income for tax purposes. So I would do that ongoing regularly. It's just save, 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 save. You can never save too much. As you know, being self-employed, you're responsible for your own taxes. And regardless of whether you save it or not, it's going to be owed. You can do an estimated tax, pay quarterly, or if you wait until the end of the year to do it all at once, there is a penalty for that. But either way, it requires you to save. That is the first thing I would do. But I was totally clueless back in '08 about that. I was really just glad to have income without having to sit in a cubicle. That was the main thing. But I do it totally different now. And if I could go back in time, I would just save half. Whatever I got paid, just save half. And then that way I'm always ready, not only ready for taxes, but anything that comes up business-wise, emergency situation or something like that has to be taken care of. So always, have that cushion there and be ready to go. And for those of you listening to me for the first time, when I left my corporate job, I did not do like what's advised and to have 6 months to a year income saved up. I didn't do that at all. I went full-time because my client load was starting to interrupt with my regular corporate job. I was a contractor and I was an IT contractor. And so if I missed work, I didn't get sick days. If I missed for vacation, I didn't get paid time off. I did not get vacation time. So you worked when you were there. And very similar to how we are in a service-based business is we get paid when we have projects and clients. Now, the overall goal for me is I would like to make income when I'm not physically touching something, meaning the computer or whatever. So that is my goal, to grow to that point. But initially, first starting out, this is pretty much what it was, trading hours for money. So I didn't have all this stuff saved up, and I looked at it as though, me being a contractor, this is pretty much practice for doing the business full time. So I decided, I gave a 30-day notice. That's what the contracting company that I work with, they required 30-day notice. Turn that in, and after the 30 days, away I went and started doing virtual hired hand full time. So what I would do, the first thing is save half. Whatever I made, just save half. Just making it every time an invoice was paid, automatically pull out half, put it to the side and save that. So the second one, which was the main one I thought I was coming to tell you about, because that's what hit me as I was preparing for the episode. And that is not stopping. Not stopping. So when I first started, I did not think about no's. I didn't think about negativity, naysayers, or anything like that. I was going for it. I knew what I wanted, and what I wanted was to be able to work from home. And so it didn't matter what anyone said, what anyone thought about it, what anyone expressed to me about it. I was going full steam ahead regardless. And what I mean by not stopping is not stopping promoting myself. I started on a website which was called Elance. Back then, it merged and is now called Upwork. But I sent proposals out all the time on a weekly basis. When I was working full time, I would start sending them out on Thursday and send them out through the weekend. So Thursday through probably Friday, Saturday-ish was my time, because I wanted to get these projects for the weekend so that I could work on them during the weekend. And so I had a set routine, and I was excited about that and marketing myself and just really putting myself out there. And at this point, social media was not a big thing. People were blogging, but Facebook was still not, people outside of college were not, really big on using Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. But at some point, I got busy with clients, not just busy doing busy work, but I got busy in the business serving clients. And that would affect me submitting proposals. So it would be kind of like an on-off thing. Well, I'm full, it's going down a little low. Let me start submitting proposals again, full, a little low. So it would be, up, down, up, down. I would stay consistent regardless if I had to go back and rewind it. What happens when you stop, and I don't just mean submitting proposals on Upwork, but also putting yourself out there as you're building an email list and emailing your email list full of potential clients, giving them an update, what's going on, whether you do a weekly, twice a week, keeping yourself top of mind when they're looking for what you offer. I would not stop when it comes to social media. I would continue to share things and not take breaks. What happens when you stop and take a break is that it's like you lose the momentum. And the momentum is not being so concerned about whether people like it, respond, comment, submit an inquiry, approve you for the project or not. It's just the act of putting yourself out there over and over again. That it is a part of your regular business activity and you're not caught up in the result. You know the result will eventually come, but you also know this is something that we do automatically because we want clients to come. When you stop, you tend to have time to think about stuff. See, if you do things on a regular basis, whatever your regular routine is, whether it's doing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or every single day, when you stop, you lose the momentum, the inspiration, the creativity, and you start to overthink. Because what are you doing instead? Your client load still may go up and down, up and down. You still may be experiencing that. But if you're not putting yourself out there, then you tend to overthink. And this was my experience, overthinking. Thinking about, well, what's somebody going to say? Is this going to get them to respond the way I want them to respond? Whereas at first, it was me being me and not being so concerned about the result. I knew I had to put this out there, put it out there, put it out there. Just keep it going. It was just a part of the natural routine of the business. Serve clients, promote myself, serve clients, promote myself, on and on and on and on and on. Have you gotten to a point where you've stopped doing a thing and it was a part of your normal business routine and you stopped and now you find yourself overthinking it? I'm here to share with you, don't doubt yourself. go ahead and do it anyway. Go ahead and put it out there. If you've been writing things down like I've been doing in a journal, you're just, writing things down, writing ideas, it's time to release them. Like my pen just dropped out. It's time to release those ideas and put it out there and not be concerned about the result. Don't be concerned whether it's going to get a yes, a no, approval, a comment, a share, whatever. Just put it out there. Make marketing a part of your regular routine without stopping, regardless of how full your client roster is. Regardless of how full your client roster is. If you owned a brick and mortar store, you would not stop. You would not stop advertising your business. You would not stop promoting your business. You would not stop sharing the inventory that came in. You wouldn't stop. You keep going. And if something sells out, what do boutiques do when they sell out of things? What do they have, most of them? A wait list. They have a wait list. You put in your email and click the button and it adds you to the wait list for that particular item. Wouldn't it be nice to have a wait list for your virtual assistant business? Hair salons have a wait list. Boutiques have a wait list. Now you can have the wait list if you're concerned about too much business coming in, which back then, that's what I was thinking. I might get overloaded. It might be too much. Let it be too much. It can only be too much if you accept everybody that comes through the doors. However, with the right pricing, everybody won't be able to do it all at the same time. And some people are just coming for information. Some people are ready to go now. Some people are planning it out for the next month, the next quarter. Don't stop. So that's what I would do if I could go back into time when I first started in 2008. I would not stop promoting myself. I would continue because it's hard to start it up again. It's hard. And you create a pattern of stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting. If that's been you, we're in this together. Push forward, change whatever it is you've been doing, whatever you've been stopping and starting, change it today. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this week's episode. You have a great day, and I hope you're also participating in our 30 days of reading, where we are reading Successful Women Think Differently by Valerie Burton. I'm going to put a link in the show notes and below if you're watching from YouTube so that you can check out that. It's an event on Facebook. It'll be over on the Facebook page, facebook.com/TBBVA. That stands for The Business of Being a Virtual Assistant, the full name of the podcast. Every Monday, I've been going live sharing about the book. This week we are on, we're reading Habits 5 and 6 this week. And on Monday, I will go live to review and discuss those. So it's been a great discussion, getting lots of great feedback. I look forward to seeing you over on the Facebook page. And if you're a first-time listener, you have no clue how you got here, I want to thank you so much for your time and for listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.